We're underway here. Micic in the red, Sanders in the blue. Sanders misses on a sweep single. He's back to that sweep single. Close wizard defense for Micic. Reaches in on Sanders' hands, starting to fight the hands as the legs lift to clear the mat. Sanders captures to the far hip, seatbelt position. Good wizard by Micic. Sanders has the ankle taken to the far hip. Good action there. Putting that ankle up on the shelf on the far hip. Saw an incredible defense here by Ampar in the Urigan last night. 1 point offered by the judge and confirmed. So it's going to be a 1-0 lead on the step out for Zach Sanders. Right back into that sweep single. Sanders takes the single. Momentarily had the ankle to the far hip. Micic able to clear away. Right back to that sweep single. Sanders relentless pressure on that head inside single. Knee pull single for Micic. He has the same situation, Sanders, and he's able to convert the takedown. Got that ankle to the far hip. Captured the knee, drove up through. He's looking to go lace. Now a trapped arm gut. Sanders was defending, trying to use his hand to fight off the lace. Micic hops up to that trapped arm gut, scores the exposure, and has a 4-1 advantage with 1:22 to go in period number 1. Micic was looking to go 2-on-1, goes cross ankle from that. Captures both legs of Sanders, scores the takedown right into a lace situation. Sanders able to get his left knee forward and get out of that possible lace as Micic was trying to take the right ankle over top. They come back up to their feet. 6-1 advantage for Micic, representing Cliff Keene Wrestling Club. Back to that 2-on-1 for Micic. He's not able to get a clear tie on that 2-on-1, but he went cross ankle off of. Now a drag by Sanders. Duck under. Beautiful takedown by Stevan Micic. Opens it up to 8-1. Looking for a leg lace. Now pops up to a gut wrench on the left side. And he clears it out. That's going to do it for the first period. Stevan Micic with a commanding 8-1 lead headed into period number 2. Period number 2, we're underway. Sanders controlled the action early, getting in on a bunch of sweep singles, and then Stevan Micic took over. Sanders in that low ankle. Micic tries to kick away, quad pod position. And Sanders looking for a trapped arm gut, brings it back over for the 2 exposure. 4 offered by the judge, 4 confirmed by the chairman. And now 2 offered by the official for red. You got to think a brick's coming from somewhere. And Sanders' corner offers the brick. He said, yeah, I finished on top. He wants this reviewed. So out of the sequence, we went 4 from the quad pod, which is a terribly inconsistent position. In the quad pod, are you a grounded wrestler or are you a standing wrestler? Is that feet to back on that exposure, or is it a grounded wrestler being exposed for 2? 2 was offered by the official, 4 goes up by the chairman and the mat judge, so 4 was scored for Sanders to make it 8-5 Micic. Micic given the 2 points on the exposure on the boundary line. And we'll get a look at the replay. In the monitor, Matt side, you see exactly what the review panel is looking at. Looks as though are having some difficulty getting the replay feed up. Now we got it. So Sanders in on the single leg. Micic tries to kick away. He goes into the quad pod. Sanders brings him back out of the quad pod for 4. And then 2 was offered on that. Here they're going, taking a second look. Quad pod position. And Micic coming back in for a look, blocking your view again. And it's so far out, I can't tell from this angle. And 2 points for red is confirmed. So it's going to be a lost check for Sanders. It'll be 11-5 when we get back to action. Stevan Micic leading with 2 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. So as I was saying before they got started, Sanders controlled the early part of the bout with the sweep singles before Micic got going. Back to the drag. Double unders. And now double over bundle for Micic. Sanders has to take his hips back and out, and now he clears the tie, clears his left. Looked inside trip. Micic able to step out of it. And then pulls to a front head, looked inside trip again with the reap with the left. And now some verbal warning coming Micic's way. You got to think that a passivity call is going to be coming soon, as Sanders has been busy here in the second period. 2-on-1 for Micic. Had a nice cross ankle pick. Sweep single by Sanders. Peeks out on the near side, and he scores the takedown. He closed it down to an 11-7 lead. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go in the bout. Head outside for Micic, trying to cut across quad pod for Sanders. Micic breaks him down to the mat, scores the takedown. 13-7 lead for Stevan Micic. They'll be brought back up to their feet. 47 seconds to go. Sanders right back, trying to get into that front head situation. Left side hook. Micic doing a nice job controlling that wrist on the far side. Missed duck under by Sanders. Micic doing over-under. Arm spin by Sanders. Trying to run behind, capture the far hip. Micic squares up into a front head. Pinching down that front head. Looks like he's just killing some time. Good tactics there by Micic, putting his head in the hole. No danger to be found there. And the clock is run down to 14. Arm spin by Sanders. Micic steps over the top and a slip, and that's going to be confirmed all around. But time's going to run out. Stevan Micic is going to be into your championship semifinal with a 13-7 decision.